Good morning, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people. Today is August 15th, 2021. And I want to take a look at a few things today based on the alignment of the Revelation 12 sign. And I want to compare this to where we are today and what is coming up in the near future here as we are either approaching the 9th of Av, or we're approaching the Feast of Trumpets. There's a lot of discussion about the calendars being off, and I want to look at some things here based on the celestial signs. So I want to take a look first here. Okay. I want to take a look first at this is 2017, September 20th. Okay. Now, we know that the Revelation 12 sign on September 23rd, okay, the Revelation 12 sign on September 23rd was not the actual day of the Feast of Trumpets. Here we have the moon. What constitutes the Feast of Trumpets is that the sun, okay, look, notice the location of the sun. It's in the head of Virgo, okay? It's in the head of Virgo. And the moon is, once it goes past the sun, then the moon will reappear, and that will be the day of the Feast of Trumpets. So that's why, if we go forward one day here, the moon being here on the 21st, that's why in the Revelation 12 sign of September 23rd, it was actually the second or third day of Tishri, not the first day of Tishri. It was not the Feast of Trumpets. So here we have on September 21st, okay, this is day one. This is the Feast of Trumpets. The moon just going past the sun. All right. Then we go on to September 23rd. Basically, September 23rd and September 24th is the sign of Revelation 12 where the woman was crowned with the sun and the moon was at her feet. Let's take a look at the text, what it says here. One more time, as we have countless times before, but let's continue to study and try to get understanding. There appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet. Upon her head a crown of 12 stars. She being with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, 7 crowns upon his heads. His tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And we're going to take a look at the second sign that has, I believe the second sign is what we're seeing right now, with the nova star in the tail of Ophiuchus, because the whole connection is to the tail. Okay, and we have a nova star in the tail of Ophiuchus now. But we have the woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet. Okay, so if we go to September 23rd and September 24th, okay, we're going to see this this alignment. See, and this alignment took place between Saturn is out here. We have the moon, Jupiter, the sun, Mercury, Mars, and Venus, all in alignment. Okay, and this was the big day. But obviously, I mean, we have gone past, from here, we've already gone past 1260, 1290, in 1,335 days. I mean, this was the sign, but it may be the sign to give us understanding for what's coming. Okay, not the sign itself that was marking the end. and it did mark an end. I don't get me wrong. It did mark so clearly. I mean, this together we have the Great American Eclipse of 2017. Okay, there were so many signs in 2017 that just blew everything out of the water. But we still have already gone past the 1,335 days, and we're still here. So maybe this is just to give us understanding. What is the Feast of Trumpets? What is this sign of the woman clothed with the sun? Okay, so I just want to show you now. If we're looking at the Revelation 12 sign, okay, where's the sun? All right, where's the sun? It's in the head of Virgo, and the moon is at her feet. Okay, now let me do this. If we go forward, okay, let's go forward 1 month, and we're going to come to, okay, there comes the moon again. All right, and here's the moon. Okay, now after the Feast of Trumpets and the moon coming back past the sun, the 20th of October of 2017 marks the first day of Chesvan. This is the 8th month, okay? The sun is in Spica, all right? The sun is in Spica. This is more toward the feet of Virgo. It's still in Virgo, see? The sun is still in Virgo, but it's more toward the feet of Virgo and not the head of Virgo, okay? All right. Now, I want to compare this. Let's go forward 4 years. Okay, keep it right where it is. Go forward 4 years. And let's go to where we are today. Okay, the sun is out here in front of Leo. And we have kind of a lineup coming. We're going to see here over the next couple days how we do have another alignment in Virgo this year. And I know that Hourly Watch has been talking about this. God bless you, Brother Patrick and Christine. They have been talking about a lot of things, and one of the things that they have mentioned is the Revelation 12 sign is returning in September of this year. Okay, so this is where we are today. All right. Now, let us consider that now we have over here in Ophiuchus. Okay, so I just want to bring to everybody's attention here. We have a sign that just appeared. Okay, it's a rare nova. It's not a supernova, but it is a rare nova. It is a recurrent nova. It happens about every 20 years that this star gets a super thermonuclear blast, and instead of it being a 12 magnitude dim star, it comes up to 4 or 5 star in magnitude, and it's a star that you could not see even with a telescope, is now become super, super bright in the night sky. And you can see this with the naked eye right now. This has appeared. Okay. So let's take that into consideration. All right. As we're looking at where we are right now and what's going to be coming here in the constellation of Virgo. And let's look again at the text. There appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. She, being with child, cried, travailing in birth, and pained to be delivered. Okay. The whole thing about the birth event, and we've been talking about this, and even the term that they used in the article here, Biden is delivering. Obama's third term. Okay. Now I'm going to show you something very interesting connected to what we're going to see here. But let me hold off a little bit and then I'll come back to this. She being with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his heads. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. Okay. She brought forth a man-child, who was to rule all nations with the rod of iron, and her child was caught up to God and to his throne. Okay, and we talked about this, connected to the tail of the dragon, and then the woman, the child being caught up, harpazoed, up to God, snatched, and to his throne, and then the woman fled into the wilderness, where she had a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days. Okay, and the woman fleeing into the wilderness for 3.5 years, 42 months, 1,260 days is 3.5 years. Okay, and this is the beginning of the Great Tribulation and the fleeing into the wilderness after the rapture of the church. Okay, this is what the biblical text says. Okay, we're trying to understand the biblical text the way it's written, not based on what we've been taught for years and decades and centuries. Okay, we are trying to understand the biblical text as it is written. Okay, now let's take a look at where we are right now. Okay, and let's move forward day by day. Okay. Now before, let me show you. Now before we do this, let me show you on the Hebrew calendar. Okay. If we go to the Hebrew calendar, we're going to look up date converter, and we're going to go to the first day of Tishri 5782. Convert to Gregorian, and this is 7th of September. Okay. 7th of September, according to the Hebrew calendar, is the Feast of Trumpets. And according to the Torah calendar, it's the same. Okay. Just let's confirm this. View calendar. Let's go to the 7th month. And we're going to see that the 8th or the 9th. Okay. So the Hebrew calendar shows the 7th of September. The Torah calendar is the 8th or the 9th. The point here is that we're looking at September. Both the Hebrew and the Torah calendar this year look at September for the Feast of Trumpets, and not October. Okay, not October. Okay, so according to many channels right now, we're only in the 5th month. That we're coming up on the 9th of Av, on the 17th, 18th, 19th of August is the 9th of Av, and that the Feast of Trumpets is not until October. All right, well, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this and see what we can find moving forward from today. This is today, and we're moving forward. Okay. The 16th of August, 17th, 18th of August. 19, 20. Okay, we're going to move up basically to the Feast of Trumpets on the Hebrew and the Torah calendar. Okay. See, and the moon has gone past now. The moon has gone past now the sun. Okay, this is the Feast of Trumpets, the September 7th. Based on the moon, this will be the new moon. Possibly the new moon would not be seen here today. Possibly. No visible sighting of the moon. It could go into the 8th. It would not go into the 9th. Okay, it would not go into the 9th. It would be either the 7th or the 8th. According to the Hebrew calendar, would be the Feast of Trumpets, okay? 7th or 8th of September. Okay? Now, let's move forward here. Remember, the Revelation 12 sign was not the first day of the Feast of Trumpets. It was like the second or third day. And it had to do with the moon being down here at the foot. Okay, so let's move forward. 8th of September, 9th of September, 10th of September, 11th of September. Okay. This would mark the corresponding days between the 10th and the 11th of September based on the moon. Okay, remember where the moon was in the Revelation 12 sign. On the Hebrew calendar, the 9th of Av is interesting because it's the 9th day of the 11th month on the civil calendar. So it's like, okay, it's like 9/11. Tisha B'Av is like 9/11. And so 9/11 was chosen for so many disasters. It was chosen for the day that they announced the New World Order by George Bush Sr. It was chosen for the day to bring down the 2 World Trade Centers. It was chosen for the day for Benghazi. And it was also chosen for the day, the anniversary, when Barack Obama was able to read Psalm 46 and declare himself God when he said, "Be still and know that I am God," and he read it in first person. Okay. Now, what do we have here on September 11th? Well, we have the moon, we have Venus, we have Mercury, we have Mars, and we have the sun. Okay. Now, is this a Revelation 12 alignment? Is this the alignment that we are once again waiting for? And the possibility of this being connected now to, okay, this nova star that is here right now, okay? And so right now we have the possibility of this coming, okay, with both of the signs together at once. We have another Revelation 12 sign. We have another alignment in Virgo, clothed with the sun, the moon at her feet. And at the same time, then we have the sign in the heavens of the dragon, and this nova star appeared in the tail. And so now we have the full alignment that we haven't had before, that we did not have in September 23rd of 2017. We didn't have this because there was no special nova star in the tail of the serpent. Okay. Now let's go back to this, and let's go forward one more month and see how this lines up. If, according to those that are saying the 9th of Av is right now in August, then according to them, the Feast of Trumpets will be in October. Okay, let's go forward one more month. And we're going to bring down the sun until the moon comes back and crosses it again. Okay, here's coming the moon. Okay, this is the Feast of Trumpets. According to those that are watching for the 9th of Av in August, the Feast of Trumpets is here on October 6th. Okay. So, if we go back one month, the sun is here. Okay. And if we go forward one month, the sun is here. Okay. Neither of these line up as with the sun in her head. Okay. But in my personal opinion, I think this is closer to the Revelation 12 sign. Okay, let's compare this. This is the corresponding day. If we go back one day, the moon at the top of her feet. This would correspond to September 23rd, 2017. Let's go to September 23rd, 2017. Okay. This seems closer to what we're watching this year in September and not October. Okay. Nope, sorry. Okay. This seems closer. And and here we have this alignment. Okay, this is supposedly the Feast of Trumpets on the Hebrew calendar. We have the moon, Venus, Mercury, Mars, and the sun. Now, if we go forward one more month, with the moon under her feet here, okay, in October, basically this is the Feast of Trumpets, but there's no alignment at all. Okay, there's no alignment at all, and this is what to me just does not seem to fit. It doesn't seem like she's crowned with the sun. If this is the okay, if this is the moon under her feet here, and this is the supposedly the equal to the Revelation 12 sign, it doesn't seem like she's crowned with the sun here at all. Whereas here, okay, going back one month, she's crowned with the sun. What does it say? Clothed with the sun. Okay, she's not crowned with the sun, but clothed with the sun. All right, now let's take a look at this in conjunction with or in correlation to in Ophiuchus. Okay, this is September 7th. Okay, September 8th, September 9th, September 10th, September 11th. Okay, September 11th. This is corresponding to September 23rd and September 24th of 2017. Okay, this seems to me like the Hebrew calendar is correct, that we have been watching correctly, and that this could be the lineup we've been waiting for, with the Nova Star in the tail of Ophiuchus now, that is ready to devour the woman. She comes across here, and the tail is like going to sweep her out. So if we go here to September 11th, September 12th, September 13th, September 14th, somewhere in here could be the timing of what we're waiting for. Like I said, I think this more lines up here with what we saw in the Revelation 12 sign, True Feast of Trumpets in September of 17, and not October. Okay, because the sun being way down here on the Feast of Trumpets just doesn't seem to fit. It's not exactly, okay, it's not exactly, because the Feast of Trumpets is changed. It's not on the 23rd, it's on the 7th. Now if you notice, okay, if we go, if you notice one thing now here, this is the perfection of the solar calendar. Okay, if we go, like, let's look at September 11th of 2001, okay? September 11th, 2001. All right? This was the lineup on September 11th of 2001, the day the towers fell. This is where the sun was. Now, basically, the sun is in the exact same location every year on the same day on the Gregorian calendar. Okay? On the Gregorian calendar. The Gregorian calendar is a solar calendar that does not change. And so here we have, if we're going to go forward year by year, watch the sun, and you're going to see that it's basically almost pinpoint in the same exact location every year. Okay, September 11th, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010. Okay, we could go on and on and on, and this is, see? Now in 2021 on this day, it looks like the Revelation 12 alignment. 5 planets here: the Sun, Mars, Mercury, Venus, and the Moon. Is this the timing of what we're waiting for? Okay. We've got some things that we're watching today and tomorrow and the 17th. But maybe everything we've watched now at the beginning of August and the big revealing that has taken place is all leading us to the biggest day on the Hebrew calendar, which is the Feast of Trumpets, all the way through. I mean, if we go from the Feast of Trumpets, okay, let's look at this Feast of Trumpets from September 7th through the 17th. Okay, this would correspond to the Day of Atonement on the Hebrew calendar. And the moon is now down here in the goat Capricorn. It's connected to Saturn. Between the moon connected to Saturn and Venus being connected to Ophiuchus, I mean, this looks almost possible also, the Day of Atonement. Okay. This is the understanding that I have. Okay. I do not believe that we are a month off. I do not. And that we're looking at the 9th of Av in August. No. I think we've been following the signs correctly. And that's why the signs that we have been bringing have been so powerful, because we've been following correctly. We're not just following a calendar and just following a date that's out there. We're following signs that show up and that happen on their days, on their times. Okay, the second sign of Jonah brought us exactly to the birthday of Obama, and now we have this big revealing of the 666 and the lightning from heaven through his birthday party. Okay. And exactly with his birthday party, we have this nova star that is showing up. Okay. In the tail of Ophiuchus. Now we have a star that has come alive in the tail of Ophiuchus, and it's 4,566 light years from Earth, and 4566 is the number of Satan. See, this is I'm doing a review. I've shared about this in my last few videos. So if you want to get caught up, just check out my last few videos. Okay, and I'll leave the links for you in the description box. But this rare nova appeared exactly with the birthday of Obama, when he was revealing himself as lightning from heaven. Okay, in the tail of the serpent. Okay, guys. Now we're coming up on this time that could be looking at the Feast of Trumpets. Something that I hadn't wanted to consider really, because we're in such a time of great signs, and it could be leading us to a time of simply any day, any hour, in the blink of an eye. No man knows, and we're here. Just be ready. We don't know when it's going to happen. But if it's going to happen on an appointed day, maybe we're looking at the Feast of Trumpets. Okay. But I think the Feast of Trumpets is September and not October. And I know this is going to happen. As soon as we go past, if we go past August 17th, 18th, 19th, and even past the 23rd, people are going to be saying that the Feast of Trumpets is October. Okay. And they're going to have you jump ahead past what could be the most important anniversary of them all, 9/11. Okay, so we know the elite love their rituals. And whether we're looking at the rapture coming early in September or maybe later towards the Day of Atonement, maybe those are the 10 days of the tribulation. Maybe we have a big kickoff event on September 11th and we're still here, but then we're looking at this, the 17th of September, which could be the Day of Atonement for the rapture of the church. These are just all considerations. We don't know, but we've been commanded to watch, to pray that we would be worthy to escape. And I don't think there's anything better than to just stay informed. Okay, stay informed. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys today, and I pray you guys are blessed. I pray this has helped you consider where we really are and what we're looking at in the days ahead. What could possibly be the timing of our escape somewhere in here, okay, between now and September 17th. Now we've got a month window to consider. Okay, before I close, I want to share one more thing. I told you I would share about this at the end, and I'm almost forgetting. So we have this article that came out. Biden is delivering Obama's third term. Okay. We have the word delivering, which refers to a birthing. We have the word term, which relates to a birthing. And we have this time frame that we are at right now from the election and from the release of Obama's book, A Promised Land. We are here right now in August. But if we connect all of the information that we just shared right now about the possibility of the Feast of Trumpets in September, then we can look at December 14th. Okay. We see that this was the marked day more than any other because it was the middle day between the two solar eclipses of 2017 and 2024. It was the actual day that Joe Biden was confirmed through the Electoral College, and it was the first day of the vaccinations. Okay. Could this be the delivery of the third term of Obama 9 months later, bringing us exactly to September, between the 11th and the 17th? Okay. The other thing that I don't have all the information right here, right now, together with all of this, but it may have to do with going back to school and the vaccination of children. We have shared about this a few months ago. It's been a while now since we've talked about that, but it may be connected to the vaccination of the children who do not have any say on their own, and they're going to be given over to the beast. And this may be the timing of when God will step in based on everybody going back to school in the beginning of September. I don't know. I know some schools may be starting here in August, and I think it's all still in limbo, but that may be connected to this as well. So here we have December 14th, and we have a 9-month time period of a delivery, third term, bringing us to the timing of the Feast of Trumpets, and really the day of the Revelation 12 sign this year connects with September 11th. So just to keep all of these details in mind, be anywhere from September 7th, September 11th to September 17th, or hopefully sooner. Okay, and we're all hoping for sooner, and I just throw all of this out to give us greater understanding. But as long as we're still here, we can consider. We can consider. We all know we want to be out of here now. Okay, I don't want to be here till September. But if we're still here till September, there may be a reason we're still here, and this is what we need to just consider. So this is what I want to share with you guys, and I pray this has been beneficial, helpful, and a blessing to all of you. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People, the sign of His coming revealed.